Hello, student of class 10th. Today's our topic is geometrical representation of pair of linear equation. Students, uh, here is add one more words: geometrical and graphical representation of pair of linear equation. Okay, so this is the topic for today, 15th July 2021. Okay, so this is the new topic: graphical and geometrical representation of pair of linear equation. Okay, students, I recall you that you have studied in class 9th that the geometrical or graphical representation of linear equation in two variables is a straight line. Okay, so can you now suggest what a pair of linear equation in two variables will look like geometrically? Okay, so there will be two straight line, both to be considered together. So friends, you have also studied in class 9 that given two lines in a plane, only one of the following three possibilities can happen. Number first, the two lines will intersect at one point, and number second, the two lines will not intersect, that is, they are parallel. Number third, the two lines will be coincidence. ओके, तो स्टूडेंट्स क्लास 9 में आपने लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स के बारे में स्टडी किया था, जिसमें आपने ये देखा था कि किसी भी लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल से रिलेटेड जब हम कोई ग्राफ या फिर उसका ज्योमेट्रिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन करते हैं तो उसमें तीन संभावनाएं होती हैं। नंबर फर्स्ट कि उसका जो ग्राफ होता है वो एक स्ट्रेट लाइन होता है और ये स्ट्रेट लाइन एक दूसरे को वन पॉइंट पर इंटरसेक्ट कर सकते हैं, पॉइंट नंबर सेकेंड, या एक दूसरे को बिल्कुल भी इंटरसेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, मीन्स दे आर पैरेलल, यानी वो एक दूसरे के समानांतर होते हैं। और पॉइंट नंबर थर्ड, ये दोनों लाइन एक दूसरे के ऊपर ही पड़ती हैं, मीन्स एक दूसरे पर कोइंसिडेंस होती हैं। तो ये तीन पॉसिबिलिटी आपने क्लास 9th में पढ़ा था जब आपने लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स का रिप्रेजेंटेशन किया था। तो इस क्लास में हम डिस्कस करते हैं एक एग्जाम्पल के द्वारा कि कैसे हम किसी लीनियर पेयर इक्वेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं ग्राफिकल रूप में। ओके, सो एवरीवन, नाउ लुक एट द एग्जाम्पल. Romila went to a stationery shop and purchased 2 pencils and 3 erasers for 9 rupees. Her friend Sonali saw the new variety of pencils and erasers with Romila, and she also bought 4 pencils and 6 erasers for 18 rupees. Okay, now you represent this situation algebraically and graphically. Okay, so students, first of all we write the equation for this situation. Okay, now look at the solution. Let the cost of one pencil or cost of a pencil is equal to x rupees and cost of an eraser which is equal to y rupees. Okay, so according to first condition of the question, we have so we have 2 into x plus 3 into y is equal to 9, because Romila had Romila purchased two pencils and three eraser. If the cost of one pencil is equal to x rupees, then the cost of two such pencil is equal to 2x. Similarly, if the cost of one eraser is equal to 3 rupees, then the cost of three such type of eraser is equal to 3 into y. Okay, now this is equal to 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. This is the equation number first, which shows the first condition of the question. Okay, so similarly, according to the next condition of the question, we have 4 into x plus 6 into y is equal to 18, because her friend Sonali bought 4 pencil and 6 eraser. If the cost of one pencil is equal to x rupees, then the cost of 4 such pencil is equal to 4 into x, means 4x rupees. Similarly, if the cost of one eraser is equal to y rupees, then the cost of 6 eraser is equal to 6 into y, which is equal to 6y rupees. Okay, so the total cost of 4 pencil and 6 eraser is equal to 18 rupees, and this is the representation of the second situation of the given question, that is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. This is the second equation. Okay, तो स्टूडेंट्स क्वेश्चन की सेकंड कंडीशन के आधार पर 4x plus 6y is equal to 18 ये सेकंड इक्वेशन बनता है. नाउ वी कैन रिप्रेजेंट these equations into a graphical method one by one. So first of all, we make a table for both equations. Now look here, from equation number first, we have 2x is equal to 9 minus 3y, or it can be also written as x is equal to 9 minus 3y upon 2. Okay, for equation number first, make a table. In this table, we suppose more than two values for y and x. Okay, now look here, in the first row put the value of x, and in the second row put the value of y. Okay, so while putting the value of x and y, that times we give at least three values of the variable, that is x and y. Okay, so friends, now look here, this is the first situation of the question, that is x is equal to 9 minus 3y upon 2. So in this equation, the value of x is dependent on the value of y, because y is a dependent quantity, or it is also known as variable. So while putting the value of y, then we get the value for x. Okay, so now if we put the value of y at 0, then we get, let y is equal to 0, then x is equal to 9 minus 0 upon 2, which is equal to 9 upon 2, and you know that 9 upon 2 means 4.5. Okay, so while putting the value of y is equal to 0, at that times we get the value of x is equal to 4.5. So this is the first point of the equation. Similarly, we can also put the another value of y. Okay, now look here, if we replace y by minus 1, then x is 9 minus 3 into minus 1 upon 2, it gives 9 plus 3 upon 2. And you know that 9 plus 3 which is equal to 12, and 12 divided by 2 gives 6 is the value of x. Okay, so when we put the value of y at minus 1, at that time we get the value of x is equal to plus 6. Okay, similarly we can also take some other values for y, because we have already taught you about while taking the value of x and y, there is a condition uh, that you take at least 3 values for x and y, because you know that there is only one line can be drawn from any two given points. So in this situation we should always take in at least 3 values of x and y. Okay, so again we put y is equal to plus 1. Okay, if we put y is equal to plus 1, then x is equal to 9 minus 3 into 1 upon 2. We know that 3 into 1 is equal to 3, so it is equal to 9 minus 3 upon 2, and 9 minus 3 which is equal to 6, and this is equal to 6 upon 2. So the value of x is equal to 6 upon 2 means 3. Okay, this is the third point, which is 3 and plus 1. Okay, so this is the table for equation number first. Similarly we can also make the table for second equation. Okay, after making the table, so we can find at least 3 points, which is the at least 3 points whose coordinates are given in this table. Suppose this is the first point whose coordinate is 4.5, 0, and this is the second point, that is B, and its coordinate is 6, minus 1, and this is the third point C, and its coordinate is 3, 1. Okay, so these are the points whose coordinates are given in this table. So similarly we can also find 3 more points for second equation, and then we can represent these points on Cartesian plane. Okay, now look at the solution for second equation. Okay, look here. From equation number second, we have x is equal to 18 minus 6y upon 4. This is the value of x from equation number second. Okay, in this equation we can also put the value of y 1 by 1 and find the value of x in each case. Okay, now look at this is the table for equation number second. In this table first we write the value of x and then write the value of y. At that time we get at least 3 coordinate of the points. Okay, now look here, if we put the value of y is equal to 0, then we get 18 minus 0, which is equal to 18. Now it is equal to 18 upon 4. So 18 upon 4 means it is equal to 4 4 is 16 and 4 5 is 20, means 4.5. Similarly, if we put the value of y is equal to 1, then we get x is equal to 18 minus 6 upon 4. So we know that 18 minus 6 which is equal to 12, and 12 upon 4 means 3. Okay. Again, if we replace y as -1, that times we get 18 plus 6, and we know that 18 plus 6 is equal to 24, and 24 when divided by 4 it is equal to 6. Clear? So this is the table for equation number second. In this table we have got three another points, namely D, E and F, and the coordinate of these points are 4.5, 0, 3, 1, 6, -1. These are the coordinate of the points D, E and F. Okay. Now we make a Cartesian plane and then put the value of these points. Okay. So everyone, now look at the graph. In this graph we can represent the situation for equation number 1 and 2. Okay. Suppose this is the x-axis. Okay. And this is y dash axis, and the point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is known as origin point. Okay, this is origin point. Students, you know that the distance from the origin point to the right side is taken as positive. So this is +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. By taking a convenient scale, you can remark the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Similarly, on the left side of x-axis, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5, and etc. Okay. Similarly, on y-axis, this is +1, +2, +3, +4, and below the y-axis this is -1, -2, -3, -4, and etc. Okay. So suppose this is the Cartesian system. In this system you need to represent, plot a graph for the given equation, and this is the coordinate of the given point which can plot in this graph. So the first point is A, whose coordinate is 4.5 and 0. This friends, as you can see here, these points are positive form, so it means they will be lies on the first coordinate. Okay. So this is 4.5, this is the value of x. On the x-axis we move 4.5 distance, and in the direction of y-axis we move only 0 distance. So this is the first point of the point A, whose coordinate is 4.5 and 0. Okay. Similarly, we can plot second point, that is B, whose coordinate is 6, -1, and you know that this is the value that is positive, negative. You know that this value lies in second quadrant, because in the second quadrant x-axis to be negative and y is taken as positive, but this is plus minus. It means this is lies in fourth quadrant, not second quadrant. Okay, because this is plus minus. So on the x-axis we move 6 unit, and in the direction of y-axis we move only -1. So this is the point B, whose coordinate is 6, -1. And now plot the third point, whose coordinate is 3, 1. So this is the positive value, so it will become in the first quadrant. Okay, in the first quadrant, first we move on x-axis as +3, and then we move toward the y-axis at only 1 unit. So this is the point number C. Okay, students. Now meet the point B, A and C, at that times we saw there is a straight line of the first equation. Okay, similarly we can plot the equation okay in this graph. This is the coordinate of the point D, okay, which is 4.5 and 0. Students, you can see here the value of x and y are positive, so it will be lies on the first quadrant. Okay, in the first quadrant, first we move toward the x-axis at 4.5 distance. This is 4.5, and on y-axis we move only 0 distance. So this is the point D. Okay. Now we can represent the graph of second equation, whose coordinate is 3, 1. Okay. You know that 3 and 1 are positive, so it will be also lies on the first quadrant. Okay, this is 3 and this is 1. So this is the point E. Now this is the third point, whose coordinate is 6 minus 1. So this is 6 and this is minus 1. Okay. This friends, now you can see here, this is the graph of the second equation. In this equation you can see here the points 4.5 and 0. 4.5 and 0 are common points where the first line and second line both are intersect each other. Okay, so we can say that this intersecting point is the solution of the equation. Okay, now students, you can read the coordinate of the point of intersection of these two lines, that will be the solution of the equation. Okay, so this is the coordinate of this point is 4.5 comma 0. So the value of x is equal to 4.5 and the value of y is equal to 0. Now this is solution of the equation. Okay, so 4.5, which is the value of x, and 0, which is the value of y, are solution of the equation. Okay friends, so according to this condition you can plot the graph for linear pair equation in two variables. Okay, so friends, one more things you should always remember in your minds, because there are three conditions possible in this situation. Okay, condition for pair of linear equation. Okay, let a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. These are the given pair of equation. Okay, in this equation there are three possibilities. Now page number first, if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the line intersect at one point. Okay, and the equation is said to be consistent. Okay. Case number 2. If a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, then the graph of the equation are coincidence and equation is also consistent. Okay. Now case number 3rd. In this case, if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2, in this case the equation has inconsistent and the graph of the equation is parallel lines. Okay. So friends, there are 3 possibilities in pair of linear equations. Now case number first, when a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the line intersects one point and the equation is said to be consistent. Okay. तो फ्रेंड्स, अगर केस नंबर फर्स्ट में यदि a1 अपॉन a2 की वैल्यू b1 अपॉन b2 की वैल्यू के बराबर नहीं होती है, तो इस केस में जो इक्वेशन होगा वो कंसिस्टेंट होगा, क्योंकि इसका जो ग्राफ बनेगा, इस ग्राफ में दोनों स्ट्रेट लाइन एक दूसरे को केवल वन पॉइंट पर इंटरसेक्ट करते हैं। तो अगर किसी भी इक्वेशन का कम से कम एक सॉल्यूशन अगर मिल जाता है, तो उसको हम उस इक्वेशन को कंसिस्टेंट कहते हैं। तो आप देख सकते हैं कि फर्स्ट केस में इक्वेशन के एक सॉल्यूशन यहाँ पे अवश्य मिलेंगे, क्योंकि इसका जो ग्राफ बनेगा उसमें दोनों स्ट्रेट लाइन एक दूसरे को वन पॉइंट पर इंटरसेक्ट करती हैं। तो अगर ये दोनों लाइन एक दूसरे को केवल वन पॉइंट पर इंटरसेक्ट करती हैं, तो इट मीन्स द इक्वेशन हैज ओनली वन सॉल्यूशन। ओके, इन दिस केस द इक्वेशन इज आल्सो सेड टू बी कंसिस्टेंट। क्लियर? नाउ लुक एट पेज नंबर 2. If a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, then the equation has many solutions. Because these lines are overlap to each other, or in other words we can say that the lines are coincidence to each other. Okay, so it means there are many solutions of the equation, and the graph the equation is also said to be consistent, because for consistency we need at least one solution of the equation, but here is many solutions, so we can also say that the equation is consistent. Clear? Now look at the case number 3rd. If a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2, then the equation has inconsistent, because it has no any solution, and the graph of this equation is parallel lines. So parallel line means these lines are not intersect each other at any point, so at that times we do not get any point of intersection of these lines, so at that time there is no any solution for the equation. Okay, so this is inconsistency condition. Okay friends, so all friends, you should always remember these cases while you solve the equation. Okay, according to this condition there are many problems which can be solved according to the condition. Okay friends.